Greetings everyone, it's Xeno here. You may notice me from many senpais. I am here to talk to you, a little cursory thing. A few weeks ago, we had Loz act out his performance, his guest appearance in a Notice Me Senpai, and it looked fantastic. He was using his Steam Index, and it looked swell. And we talked about him potentially doing another experiment where all the characters are acted by him. You know, so he plays all the characters, but he has all the different character models and everything. And it looks fantastic. So we did it for this week. So the big thing is, yes, we want to do this moving forward. No, it will not be next week onwards. I have to buy a Valve Index, so we'll have to wait for me to have enough finances to do that. I honestly can't say when. It may be next month, it may be the month after, it may be January. I really don't know. I've also got to save up for my trip to Japan, but one thing I will say is, if you like this for all the acting and everything, please give it a like, give it a thumbs up, give it a favorite, comment in the description, give the YouTube algorithm what it needs so that it's happy to share it with other people. And also please share it with other people yourselves, because like this is going to be a huge investment. We're talking £1,000 to produce this show, and I love doing this show, but I mean £1,000 to go on something that doesn't gain any traction is going to be a bit of a, you make me very sad. Anyway, enough of that. So I really hope you enjoy this episode. Again, special thanks to Loz for, you know, acting out all the performances and everything, and, you know, a further shout out to Nazeth for editing it all together. So thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy. We basically copy the exact same plot as Attack on Titan, but each season is split into an arbitrary number of parts.
You've learned so well, my young apprentice.
You're right. Final Fantasy-based movies never do badly.
Exactly. We have never name a single Final Fantasy movie.
Put the boom back into your workout. Let's all get this meeting started. We've all gathered here for some really trying to get this going because we are in a bit of trouble, as everyone's kind of noticed. Pyrah, give us a lowdown on how our most recent streaming live-action anime did. How did they like it?
Like a mouse being chased by a cat who's being chased by a dog who's being chased by a lion.
Well, that's all right. Yeah, we could buy the depot on that one. We've taken hits in the past, so we've got some room to make this back. Merastius, what's the status of our competing brand to Disney using our DreamWorks-style animation brand?
Well, you know how frogs can be like slowly boiled until it's too late to realize and get out? I think we dropped that frog in a volcano.
Really? Damn it. I mean, damn. That's not going to stop us now. Xenogelion, I think it's time to bring out the big guns. You're our newest and brightest. Let's turn this famine into a feast.
Okay.
Alright, Xeno, Mappa are making a Chainsaw Man anime, but what should our competing anime have instead of chainsaws to make Chainsaw Man even more edgy and or cool?
Okay, right. Strimmer woman, right? We are talking full-blown strimmers for hands, for feet, for the head, and like no hedge in England is safe. I mean, granted, it now means that you can finally go down the streets of the country roads and not have to have your car scratched to hell in order, you know, because of all the unkept foliage by the farmers. Strimmer Woman is there to take revenge on the unkept hedges of farm fields all over England.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Okay, Pyrah, get us a branding deal tie-in with Heelys. And Merastius, while you're at it, copyright the porn parody named Stripper Woman.
Oh my god, no! Why do I say things so wrong?
All right. Well, given the two ideas that we're running with are either directing a show or running a streaming platform, I'll do both. And my first question being, where would you portion your money towards the most or least for either position?
Okay, right. For the streaming platform, it's all about what's available to watch. Let's make it so that instead of convincing people to spend their money on like NordVPN or ExpressVPN or off-budget VPN, let's actually have them spend the money on us instead by making it so that when we're producing a show, they're available in every country. So, you know, you could spend that, like, I'm just guessing here, $300 a month on a VPN service, or you could spend it on our subscription model. $300 a month onto us instead of Nord seems perfectly reasonable and much more affordable. So that would be our first port of call. Also, advertisements, right? We're only going to give you the top-notch gacha advertisements. You know those ones that when you're actually playing a gacha game that you actually have to click on the X, and if you misclick just like by a millimeter, it actually takes you to the product itself and you have to, oh no, that's not what I want to go. Like, we're going to have that. So, you know, every single time you're trying to watch something, you just get advert for, I don't know, some Fortnite merchandise. We'll brand it, we'll hook into Epic. And if you've got the Epic Games Store on your PC, bam, instantly installing Fortnite for you. We know you're gonna want that. In terms of actually directing a show, rotoscope it. Just rotoscope the whole thing, right? In fact, let's rotoscope it to the same degree that we actually have animation in crayon drawn Shinja. Oh dear God, I can't finish that sentence.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant, Xeno. Okay, all I need you to do is get in contact with Stadia. I'm sure that they have a model that we can follow. But I think we need some new blood. So here's a pitch. We have our heroine. No, can't be a heroine. It has to be relatable. It has to be a boy. Okay?
Okay.
Now, he's managed to train himself. He's gotten so strong that his hair's falling out. And he is, in fact, so strong that not a single monster can withstand a single hit from him. And we're going to make this steadily more and more extreme. He's got himself an android, sexy android companion, and he's going to be misinterpreted by all of the top heroes of the world, and we'll call him Single Hit Boy. What's your take?
I like where you're going with this. However, I would change it to Single Kick Guy, right? You know, because like, you know, kicks are really powerful. They deliver a lot of force, and everyone uses legs, right?
Yeah, I can see that falling through on our differently abled viewing partnerships.
I'm saying these things and I'm just like, this is so horrific. I should stop saying anything. Okay, fine. Single sneeze guy, right? Just sneeze in the general direction of the person and bam, they implode, right? Not explode. Explosions are done everywhere, right?
Brilliant.
Implosion. And the android companion, I'm thinking, you know, what is the most famous android that everyone loves that we should clearly rip off from Disney? R2-D2. But let's just up the sex appeal. Let's put R2-D2 in a thong with, like, you know, strapped on melons. There you go.
Fantastic. Merastius. Trademark the porn parody name. One sleaze guy.
Oh my God.
Also, this will just go really well with the whole pandemic thing that's going on right now. Alright, so, Xeno. Take the quality you like the most from one of your favorite anime and tell us which current or recent anime is in serious need of it.
Like putting the Haram into Haram in Another World dungeon.
You mean Haram in the Labyrinth of Another World?
Really? I thought we made a new one.
Oh, sorry. Yes, of course. Haram in the Library of a University. I don't know. Why did I suggest this? This is a stupid topic. Anyway, I need to pick a concept. I'm gonna say cyberpunk, and I want to put it in Food Wars. You know, there you are, you've got a glazed ham, and all of a sudden the ham suddenly has a cannon poking out of it and it just blows your head off.
They keep putting AI into the food, and they're like it's orgasmically delicious, but also I feel bad about ending a sentient life.
And the food's screaming at you as you're eating it. It's like, but you're broccoli! I had children!
All right, so you've just gotten the license to stream the top 5 shows of the season. What are the worst possible deals that the studios force on you in order to stream them?
So for Chainsaw Man, we have to sell chainsaw branded footwear. So we will actually have to construct a whole line of footwear and then make a collab version with Chainsaw Man for Gundam: The Witch of Mercury. Was it which from Mercury? I can't remember the subtitle, but what's it called? That one. Complete and utter fail action figure line. So like these are model kits that are so bad that it actually pushes consumers to go buy the ones from Bandai. So, you know, Bandai can then up the prices and, you know. My Hero Academia, what's it called? I'm going to say like workout clothes, like tank tops, sweatpants, sweatshorts, sweat other things, sweatbands, you know, bottles of sweat.
So now we're basically getting into that gamer girl bathwater again, but with My Hero Academia.
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. We could sell what we call hero sweat, but it's actually just nitroglycerin in a bottle.
Oh my god!
Put the boom back into your workout.
Oh my god.
Okay. I think we need to get another page going. So, considering you liked my last one, I've come up with a new one. Okay, we want to get this into more of the thriller genre. Okay, it's about a young protagonist with a god complex and a weird sense of psychosis. And whenever they write somebody's exact age and height into it, that person commits suicide. I call it the suicide diary.
Okay.
And I think this could really work on this. So they're going to be pursued by a absolute drink-obsessed detective, who only goes by a single letter so that you can't identify them. And they're always hunched over on their chairs, so you can never guess their exact height. So the whole thing is trying to figure out who the owner of the suicide diary is. What do you think of this as our new show?
I think this is borderline fantastic, but it has potential fault points. I think calling it a suicide diary is demeaning to people that actually go through these feelings and things. What I think we should call it is the kill ledger.
Ooh, yes, you've hit that right on the head. Wait, no.
Because if you say ledger, right, you know, everyone feels like, you know, it's, oh, damn, that sounds important. But I think we also need to make it so that the main protagonist who is, you know, putting in all these details, we need to mix it up a bit. We need to make it so preposterously ridiculous that, you know, our hunched over private investigator person, our antagonist, if you will, can never find out who they are. And little do they know that our protagonist, our murderer, weird as it sounds, our murderer is actually a hamster, right? No one would ever suspect that it's a hamster. But our crazy, you know, our outside the thinky box person, right, realizes that no normal human could be killing these people in the method of, you know, the realm of science. I mean, what is that even, right? And they are able to catch on. It must be some kind of household domesticated pet that is doing all the murdering.
And of course, all the suspicion falls on cats because, well, cats are assholes.
Yeah, the logical conclusion, which was like, you know, towards the end of the series, it's gotta be the hamster.
We'll be back to the Kohai in a few moments, but first, have you ever wanted Senpai to notice you? There's an easy way to get right to the head of the class. It's called Patreon, where as little as $1 gets you a spot on the honor roll and grants you an extended version of this very video where the Kohai are allowed to let loose a little more. But being clever is also its own reward, so ace that test by liking, commenting, and subscribing if you're not already. If you're looking for more, then dare to approach the student council over at KanpaiCast, where you can listen to them discuss the greatest and latest in anime. So I hope to see you later at Kendo Club.
Alright, so you can reboot one ongoing anime series and take it in a completely different direction. Maybe even with like a different protagonist. What do you do?
Oh, I've got the best idea.
You always do.
I always do. Attack on Titan, right? First off, we change it from Attack on Titan to Battle on Europa.
Nice. I'm liking this more and more.
Right, sorry. I always thought Attack on Titan was like the dumbest name ever, but anyway. Battle on Europa, right? The idea is we basically copy the exact same plot as Attack on Titan, but each season is split into an arbitrary number of parts. So season 1 will be 3 parts. Season 2 will be 7 parts. Season 3 will be 2 parts. Season 4, yet to be determined.
Brilliant. That's absolutely perfect. We can make so much of that because, of course, they'll never know how many each one is going to be.
Yep.
So every time we cliffhanger it,
Yep.
and every time they'll clamor for more, and
Yep.
every time they'll make it seem like it's the most profound and deep anime that we've ever seen.
Let's make it one step even more profound, even more deep. Let's change the number of episodes per part to a random number as well. Let's get our D20s and actually just roll a random number. Like season 1 will be, part 1 will be 1 episode.
And season 3, part 2 will be a movie that we release on a separate channel.
Anyways, Netflix is giving you the rights to make a live-action remake of a beloved anime. Which show are you butchering today?
The Guyver. I don't care how much money they give me. It's gonna be more money than Guyver the Dark. I'm taking this way too seriously, but Guyver the Dark Hero was done on a shoestring budget. The whole thing was either 50k or 150k. I really can't remember which number it was. I know it was one of those two numbers. They had no money whatsoever. Whereas Netflix will give me like 50 to 150k to do 1 episode, right? So yeah, 100%. The Guyver. I'm doing the Guyver. I don't care what anyone says. And it's gonna be proper prosthetics. I'm gonna hire Corridor Digital. I've thought about this too much. I'm still going.
Okay.
And I'm gonna finish the plot. Sorry.
Okay, thinking of unfinished plots, I've got one now. Okay, what we've got is a protagonist who is summoned by their mother into this new and highly protected city. Okay, now, unfortunately, when they get there, they find that the only reason they've been called is to jump into the fantastically designed and iconically armored form of a being cloned from their dead father. And they are fighting against supernatural beings from this giant, well, it looks like a robot, and that's the whole thing. But unfortunately, it's an over armor on top of this jelly-like substance that's the cloned flesh. And so we have to call it over jelly off.
Oh my god.
Now, unfortunately, I can't seem to figure out how to finish the plot. What do you think we could do with it? I'll tell you a secret. I did, in fact, wing that question.
Okay, fair. Right. So what we do is we have the protagonist and the mother character who's clearly in charge of this crazy city. They run the organization that hosts Jelly Dad Robot Man. And basically the protagonist could be a daughter, could be a son.
Indeed. Either.
Or both.
Whatever our ratings say is best.
And they work together in order to turn the Jelly Dad into a real dad again. Right? Much like Pinocchio, we're going to be changing our giant robot into a giant dad. And the giant dad will be there to support and, look after the family and become a real member of society again. Maybe squashing a few buildings along the way, but they turn up to work, they do their accounting on time, all the sorts of stuff. And, it turns into a proper, true slice of life until the father comes back from the corner store with the milk.
So we've heard there's an upcoming Arknights anime, and it looks like there's going to be at some point a Genshin Impact anime. And there's plenty of others like this. Do gacha games make good sources for anime? Which gacha game should we turn into an anime?
You know what? I have a friend that's dear to my heart. His name is Murder Dr. Loz, and he would be honored if we chose Final Fantasy Brave Exvius as the anime of choice for our gacha anime.
You're right. Final Fantasy-based movies never do badly.
Exactly. We have never name a single Final Fantasy movie.
I mean, I'm sure Advent Children did fine. I've never looked at the numbers, but I'm sure it did great. And that whole Spirits Within thing, that was probably Final Fantasy. It had the name, right? And it probably did fine.
Exactly. Final Fantasy movies. There you go, right? So they exist. Therefore, people have opinions of them. And thus, that means they engaged with it. And engaging with it means money. Money we get because we produced it. Or at least said we did.
I'm not going to lie, but the moment you said, name some Final Fantasy movies, I couldn't. I know those exist, but I couldn't name them.
Right. Also, we probably want to trademark the porn parody Final Fantasy Brave Anus. Just gonna throw that out there. No, I don't know why.
Oh, you've learned so well, my young apprentice.
Well, on, I guess, maybe a similar note, your platform is starting to tank. Which shows are you axing to the void for tax reasons rather than ending the licensing early?
So I'll probably axe end time, gonna axe that. So, or should start time. Fuck. Yeah, anyway. Final space got axed. We'll axe Underlady. It turns out there was a rip-off version of Underlady. They changed a few things. Overlord. Yeah.
Yep. So unfortunately, we can't produce Underlady anymore because of how much they ripped off from the production values.
Yeah. So we're not going to give them the magnifique plot that they were plagiarizing. So we're just gonna axe it now.
It's brilliant. It means that this competing Overlord will never have a plot.
Yeah, exactly.
We were making a season 2 of All Games, All Life, but we should probably axe that, right?
Yeah, I'm too concerned that with All Games, All Life, it'll just become too popular and people will want not only merchandise, but distribution rights. And the thing is, you'd think that they would enjoy it, but no, we know that secretly they don't enjoy this, and instead they will just slag it off the entire time. We don't need that kind of bad PR. No matter how much people say there's no such thing as bad PR, there truly is.
All right. One more. It is about a young California roll, and his grandfather Spring Roll is kidnapped by Set Meal Number 1, and he must compete in a children's card game to win him back. All because Set Meal 1 wants to prove that he's the best children's card game player in the world. But luckily, he's helped out by the fact that he solved a 1,000-year-old jigsaw puzzle, and it's imbued him with the spirits of an ancient duck à l'orange. And he's able to play this children's card game so well that he can even make physical injuries happen to other people and cause them brain aneurysms. So I want to call this one Sushi-O.
I like this. It's very, very good. I've already got some ideas. We could actually make some ready meals, some box meals that could be used as a platform to merchandise and things like that. So we've got Three Eyes White Dorayaki.
Nice.
We've got oh my god, that was the one that was stuck in my head and I couldn't think of anything else. Oh, pot of ramen.
I serve up my pot of ramen, and it allows me to take 2 meals from my deck.
And oh god, what could Little Karibo be?
Little curry bowl.
Yes, Little Curry Bowl.
Beautiful.
See, we know what the fuck we're doing, right? We could open up a whole franchise, a whole chain of fast food restaurants. You've got kids that are fighting each other with these set menus.
And the Sushi No Bento. Yes, that's got to be it.
There we go.
Stand aside, Food Wars. We've got Sushi No. All right, so I think that's all we have for this particular meeting. Pyrah, I'll need the minutes on my desk in an hour. And I think bottom line, everyone, I think we're screwed. I give us all about 2 weeks to clear out the offices and strip the copper wiring out of the walls. Xeno, you are super duper fired, and see you all never.
Whoa! Not fair.
Shouldn't this bleach?